Three weird.
T3 Media.
Through the media.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us this week for another episode of Talking Through the Medias, your home for entertainment news and reviews by fans for fans. You know the drill. Like the video if you enjoy what you're seeing. Please consider subscribing if you want to see more. And you can always support us by becoming a member or even sponsoring us on Patreon for exclusives. Make sure you share your thoughts, drop it in the box because we want to hear them. And I'm Amy Newman. Joining me, as always, Chris Fagan. Chris, how you doing?
I am good. We were just earlier just talking about how the pandemic now is starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel. Like things are opening up. You said right now over where you're living out there that it's like what 50% capacity in most restaurants.
A lot of stuff at 50%. Mm-hmm. You know, just I feel like everybody, the circle of people I know who are vaccinated is widening, which is just great because suddenly, you know, seeing people and doing some stuff becomes an option. And, you know, I know we're not, I never want to feel like I'm like, pandemic's over. It's like, yeah, I'm vaccinated and I'm very lucky and I'm very grateful, but like, let's push past the finish line, people.
Right. I'm still trying to get on that list. I've been on CBS and things like that. It's tough for some reason out here, to get on that list. So
because Texas is pretty wide open for eligibility, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of counties that have like you can walk in, they got vaccines all day, but they're so far away from where I am. But you know, in my immediate area, it's like waiting list. So I'm still trying. So I'm hoping.
From what I have heard, if you can get to your closest, I've heard people have literally looked up, and I don't mean to offend any political groups, but basically you find your nearest area that voted red, that voted Republican, and 9 times out of 10 people are having an easier time finding vaccines than if you're already in a more liberal area.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely That's why my voting line was so short. I was right up in there. Yeah, that's a theory that's been a little true in my neck of the woods. So I'm definitely in what's considered a red area. So you know, lines are a little shorter, but you know but a lot of people are going after those vaccines and so and guys, if you haven't, go out there, check to see if you can get your vaccine. If that's what you're hopefully trying to do out there, you know, stay safe, keep yourself safe and everybody around you. But let's get.
It is the catch-22 though. It's like I am sorry you can't get it, but I am glad to hear uptake is good in your area. I think especially like in areas like Texas where they really have hit the gas on reopening. It's like, oh, by all means, please go get your vaccine.
Exactly. Yeah, do so.
It just is a race of like what peaks faster. So.
Yeah. After that summer break, you know, all those kids going wild. You know, we gotta fight back. But let's get into it, guys. You know what we usually do here. We're gonna go through 3 topics, you know, from the week that we're gonna give our thoughts, our opinions on, and just discuss. Well, one of the things that happened, where we have some Bridgerton news that you might like or you might not, depending on who you are. Warner Brother news is out there, a little Easter egg hunting out there, and what's going on in Disney World. May shock you, may not, depending on on where you live out there. But like I said, we're going to go through these 3 topics, give you our thoughts and opinion on it. But first, if you don't mind, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you haven't become a subscriber already, what the hell are you guys waiting for? Become a subscriber, or at least hit the like button. It really does help us out. Any little bit help. We love our community, and we want you to continue to support us and help us out and contribute, as we always say. You can also check us out on our podcast. If you don't have time to watch us on YouTube, check us out on our podcast. You can check us out on Patreon. Become a Patreon supporter. You want to communicate with us, like I always say, put it in the box. You can reach out to us at t3media.com/contact or at t3media on our social media. You want to support the channel, like I said, you can do that with Patreon, Streamlab, or on our Super Chat live streaming, like we're doing right now. So, with all of that out of the way, I'm going to get into our main topics of the week. But first, before I get started, I want to just put a little light on somebody. I'm going to give little shout out to someone really quick as an advertiser. That's right. We have a sponsor. And so I want you guys to check this out.
You're from that TV show, Newport High.
Yep. Yeah. You know, Michael, my offer always stands.
What?
I have this friend. She's a nice girl, and you really like her.
Michael? Your friend Sam?
I was more than a casual fan.
Do you think I'm gonna screw it up? Like, real talk, am I gonna screw it up?
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
To being fabulously well-adjusted.
Cheers.
Ooh, who was that? Was that Amy Newman? Was that your biggest fan?
Blush.
Right. You want to give a little plug for that for our sponsor of our first trending topic of the week?
Yeah, thank you so much for doing it. On the record, I did not know we were doing that this week. So thank you for the plug. Yeah, that's your biggest fan. It is an original rom-com web series I wrote and obviously am in alongside some of my very, very talented friends. As you can kind of see in the trailer, it's just like a little rom-com, sort of what happens if the person you idolized as in your younger years ends up being someone you bump into and start dating. So we had a lot of fun making it. If you are curious to check that out, it is streaming now on YouTube. If you search that on YouTube, you can probably get there. If you check out any of my social media too, I've been plugging it a bunch, so you should be able to find links pretty easily. And if you ever can't find it, just send me a message or drop us a comment, and I'll be happy to throw some links your way.
Very funny. I am
Thank
not
you.
only saying that because they're sponsoring this show. I've watched the heck out of it, and I'm like begging for the season 2. Like
Thank
it's
you. As the world reopens, it starts to become a possibility. So we shall see.
Season 2. You're a biggest fan. I loved it. It was funny as hell. But and that's the sponsor for our first topic. And Amy, what is our first topic of the week?
Making me talk about this, breaking my heart. From Variety, Bridgerton Breakout Regé-Jean Page will not appear in season 2 of Bridgerton. Netflix and Shondaland announced on Friday that Regé-Jean Page's character will not appear on the show's upcoming second season, revealing the news via a notice from Lady Whistledown. News of the Duke's departure will likely not come as a surprise to fans of the Julia Quinn novels, on which the series is based, as the character's storyline largely plays out in the first book, The Duke and I. And the news certainly did not come as a shock to the star.
Well, I'm hearing like conflicting things, like because Joy is probably still in the room Googling and scrolling, like trying to figure this all out. Like
the secrets, what's going on here?
First, I'm hearing okay, he's not going to be in it all because he wants to just pursue other things. Then I'm hearing there are a few like cameos. You might see him in the distance, like, hey, how you doing? I'm going back in the castle. Bye. Talk to my wife. And because it's more focused on that family and their siblings, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm hearing conflicting things. What about you? Have you heard like definitively? Is he going to be on the next season at all or not at all?
I heard he was not, but I also have not been following this too closely. Honestly, though, when I heard it, my first thought was just like, well, two things. A, I'm going to be pretty hard pressed to watch the second season. He was absolutely, I think, the reason many of people kept tuning in. And listen, it's fun. It's cute. It was sexy. And honestly, I don't like the plot stuff. Phil, I might get some hate for this. I did not find it especially well written. I did not find a lot of the plot especially compelling. Like it was sexy, soapy fun, and like
sexy, soapy.
What I mean?
I could say, I'm gonna let that one go.
But then also just an immediate like, kind of a good for him of like. You get that kind of heat on you, you have got to strike when that iron is hot. Right. And like, he was such a breakout from that first season. My immediate thought was like, my man's angling for like, can I be James Bond? Can I get like, dude is probably just like the right project away from heading up some kind of major franchise, right. If not Bond, which I know people have talked about. Something on that level right. Feels like the logical next step. So I do not blame him
Yeah.
I'm assuming this was his call. I have no actual.
I believe so. Yeah. No, you're 100%. Yeah, I think this is 100% his call. But like just like you read, if you're a follower of the novels, then you knew this was a likelihood because it's the story is going to focus on the rest of the family and just continue on as the book's intended. So here's my thing. So based on what is coming out or what we've been hearing is coming out for season 2 and the new I forgot her name, but the new actress that's gonna be the focal for season 2.
Right.
Like I feel like season 1 was for the ladies, and season 2 it's all for the guys now because I'm like, look, like the new lady that's cast for season 2, very talented, probably has a lot, but very very pretty young lady.
Yeah.
So
I'm
excited about that.
Your average, heterosexual male is going to tune into something like Bridgerton.
I will be tuning in. When I saw that picture, I am committed to season 2. Yes.
Okay.
I had to be convinced for season 1, and I enjoyed it. But after seeing one picture, I will be watching season 2.
That's interesting because to me, Bridgerton felt like, at least that first season, just felt like such a and
it's for the girls, it's for the ladies. Yeah.
I think the thing it did
opera.
really well was it felt like a romance novel.
Yeah.
It felt like
it's
sort of the heterosexual female, like, yes, this is what I wanted. Like lots of
knocking on the door,
tying garments. Slow shots.
A lot of husbands are knocking on the door, like, honey, you've been in that tub for an hour. What's going on?
Right.
Book. So, but I think season 2 is going to be a little bit more for the guys now. Guys, we got some eye candy coming our way. Let us know what you guys think about this whole thing. Are you upset that is it Regé-Jean
Page?
Regé-Jean. Are you upset that he's not going to be on the second season? Are you okay with it?
I'm gonna be hard pressed to tune in for season 2. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, let us know.
I barely made it through season 1 though. Maybe it's just not my thing.
It's probably not. It's probably not for everybody. But for all you hardcore Bridgerton fans out there, what are your thoughts about it? Put it in the box below. Let us know what you think, and we might talk about it on an upcoming We Got Your Mail. So what is next?
From MovieWeb, over the weekend, Warner Brothers dropped the first official Space Jam 2, A New Legacy trailer. And it immediately caught comparisons to both Ready Player One and the Lego movie franchise for its use of Warner Brothers. This Easter egg hunt trailer will have you scouring the originally released footage for all the cool cameos you may have missed. Film fans took to social media to share discoveries like the Iron Giant, King Kong, Chitara, the Flintstones, Yogi Bear, Jabberjaw, Clockwork Orange, Baby Jane's Betty Davis, White Walkers, Mr. Freeze, the Jokers, Two Penguins, Agent Smith, the Scooby-Doo Gang, the Mask, Mad Max Fury Road, War Boys, Pennywise, Flying Monkeys, the Wicked Witch, the Man in the Yellow Hat, and of course, the Looney Tunes.
Man, you like rocketed through that. I didn't know how that was gonna play out. I didn't know.
I was like, we only have like a 30-minute show. I gotta read fast.
But I saw this trailer, and one of the things that people were loving to do was trying to pick out all the people in the background. There's a lot of other controversies going on with it about the whole Pepe Le Pew thing. And let me just, I won't spend any significant time on it. I'll just say this. All of you guys that are trolling and online making this big fight for Pepe Le Pew, you never cared about Pepe Le Pew. You're using
it's like everybody mad about that Dr. Seuss books. It's like
nobody. You don't.
The books they canceled.
None of you even
name them.
None of you even said the name Pepe Le Pew in like 20 years. But you're trying to use this as a way to like. And then there's a whole thing about like Clockwork Orange. Like, why is it okay to have the Clockwork Orange guy in the background out there and not Pepe Le Pew? It's like Penguin from Batman is in there.
They're bad guys.
They're
supposed to be bad guys.
Penguin tried to kill a bunch of kids in Batman Returns. I mean, like you can look. You're not like half of that Warner Brothers lineup probably tried to hurt some people out there. Let's just watch the movie. Pepe Le Pew
and Lola Bunny's tits aren't big enough.
Yes, they're gone. I'm sorry. Okay, they were there before. They're gone. Sometimes people reduce.
Did
Okay.
you see that
I
the
heard.
original photo though that started all that Twitter controversy with Lola Bunny
About how
was
somebody freeze frame. Remember when Lola Bunny had these? Yeah, I saw that. You talking
no,
about
no,
that?
no. But the actual photo that was like she used to look like this, and now she looks like this. That went super viral on Twitter, and everyone got really mad over.
Yeah.
The original photo was like a deviant art, like porn drawing someone had made.
Yeah, guys are disgusting. We're gonna.
No, but then it was people were acting like that's what she looked like in the original one. It's like no, her boobs were never that big.
Oh, you mean they went like comic book, like
Yeah.
like
and
anime, like anime.
That's what she used to look like.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
not
my
what she
like
used to
not
look like.
hashtag not my Lola Bunny. I'm like no, I'm not surprised. No, I didn't see that, but I'm not surprised on it. But
Yeah.
I mean, for the trailer, did you check out this trailer?
I did. You know what? I'm not gonna be like first in line to see it, but I was pleasantly surprised by how fun it looked.
Yeah, it does, and I had a lot of fun. It reminded me of Ready Player One. I don't think that's a weakness. I thought that was a strength.
I like that people are calling the genre IP soup. Just like intellectual property, like
Oh yeah. So I get it. IP soup. Okay, you had me with like you do what now? But
no, like intellectual
I
property
for the
just,
IPs,
like,
yeah.
cluster bitches of.
I love looking at all that. I enjoyed it in Ready Player One, and it makes sense that because when I first started watching the trailer, and I think I did a reaction to the trailer. I was like, it feels like Ready Player One, and why the computer world, but that makes sense. That's the world that we live
I
in.
will say the like the characters that are assembled there are absolutely insane. Like there's a definite like who's gonna be like,
but it makes sense.
Is that Betty Davis from What Happened to Baby J? Like no one's saying that. No one.
No, exactly.
No child is gonna be like, oh, War Boys. Like no one.
Oh, and there's another thing that people were trying to make a thing. People were trying to compare it to. Obviously, you're going to compare it to the first one. Everybody loves Michael Jordan. I want to be like Mike. That's fine. But it's really like the LeBron James haters that were trying to make fun of the fact that on his wish list he wanted to have Superman and Gandalf on the team, and he's like, no, dude, you're getting the Looney Tunes. I mean, come on. And it was like, and people were on Twitter trying to blow it up, saying Michael Jordan was able to win with the Looney Tunes and Bill Murray. Why do you need Superman? I'm like, look at the trailer. I'm sorry I'm okay. I'm about to go into dad mode. The trailer showed his son was taken. I'm calling Superman if I have a chance to get Superman. That was his son. Like with the first one, Michael Jordan just got pulled into the earth by Bugs, but he got kidnapped by Bugs Bunny. This one, his son was kidnapped. Where the hell is Superman? I'm calling Superman. So that's just me.
That's fair. No, that's fair. I will say too, LeBron is pretty funny. So I like he's a pretty good actor. Like he's pretty watchable. So I got pretty high hopes for this one.
I love Michael Jordan. I'm pro Jordan over LeBron too. But LeBron is a better actor than Michael Jordan. He is training himself to be a better actor. He's legitimately
he's
going Hollywood.
Have you seen Trainwreck?
Yes. He was funny in that. He was legit
a comedic highlight amongst a bunch of comedians.
And I was surprised. I was surprised how well he did. And that's the
exact. He and Cena steal that movie.
Yeah, that was the example I would have gone with, Trainwreck. So guys, I'm interested. I think I will check it out. Maybe I don't know if I'll go to the movies. I still haven't. There still hasn't been that movie that's pulled me to the theater just yet. I did go see Nobody, and that was a fun time at the movies.
I was going to jokingly say Bob Odenkirk doing like Taken or whatever. But you did go see it.
Yeah. That's how I went. I did go to so I have gone to the movies recently, but I don't know if this is going to be the family stuff. I'm probably still going to do the HBO Max thing and watch it at home because with the kids and everything. That's just
that's not one where it's like, oh, you missed it. You didn't see it in IMAX 3D.
No, not doing that. No,
you won't be able to see.
I'm not. I like LeBron James
in the background.
I don't need to see LeBron James's forehead on IMAX 3D. That's fine. I get enough of him on basketball. It's fine. But guys, let us know what you guys thought about it. Did you enjoy all those Easter eggs? I had fun picking it all out. Shatara, the Flintstones, Dino, and the Scoob and the gang. I had fun with it. It was a good trailer. It picked my interest. But
it united us.
Yes, I feel
maybe
like
Space Jam's what we need right now.
Yes.
Also, Also, shout out to the OG Space Jam website, which got taken down finally. But up until like a week ago was up in all its like
Michael Jordan
late 90s Flash website glory, and it was very good.
Michael Jordan will make a cameo in this movie. It has to happen. He will make a cameo.
You dang.
I'm like, Bugs got you too, huh? Damn. Like, I feel like it's gonna happen. So. It's got to. But let us know what you guys think, guys, and maybe we'll talk about it some more on We Got Your Mail. And as we go into the last topic of the week, before we do that, we got another sponsor, if you don't mind, guys. Bear with me. And check out the More Than Just Vaginas podcast. That's right. The ladies from the podcast More Than Just Vaginas, they recently helped us out on the channel. We had a discussion about prenups. It was like, I think it was on episode 184. Very funny ladies. I asked them if they wanted to sponsor one of our topics, and they was like, yes, definitely. And so yeah, go check them out. I really support their channel. There's some awesome, funny ladies, very smart, very talented, and they got a great show for you guys. Go check it out. So every Saturday on their YouTube channel and on their podcast. I think you can check them out on SoundCloud as well, and on their Spotify and iTunes. So check it out. They are more than just vaginas. These ladies are too smart, too funny.
I didn't realize you were such a feminist.
I mean, I try. I try. I am a feminist. But go check them out, guys. Every Saturday on their podcast, More Than Just Vaginas. I feel like it was in the contract. I have to say More Than Just Vaginas at least 5 times.
You just it's like when a little kid learns a curse word. You're just excited to say vagina so many times.
Vagina.
It's not a dirty word. They're beautiful.
And speaking of vagina, what's the next topic?
From people.com, a man from Baton Rouge, Louisiana was arrested at Disney World in February for refusing to undergo a temperature check, newly released body cam footage shows. Kelly Sills, 47, was arrested on February 13th by deputies and a security manager at Disney Springs after he bypassed the temperature screening test. In the body cam footage, he also tells a deputy, "I spent $15,000 to come here." Cool. Sills had a change of heart and told deputies he was willing to take a temperature check just before his arrest. "They'll do that in jail, sir," a deputy reportedly responded. "Burn."
That was, and I heard, I listened to it. I heard the cop say that. I almost died laughing because it's typical. He knew the situation he was about to put himself in. He was trying to be all big and bad. I'm a millionaire. I can do whatever I want when I want. And the second the cop showed up, then it was like, oh no, it's not me. He tries to backpedal.
It's
really
just
quick.
insane to me. Like, it's not even like not that you should be pulling this BS anywhere, right, but it's not even like a grocery store where it's like, I've definitely heard of people where it's like, and I get it. These poor employees are like, I'm making minimum wage. I'm not going to fight some asshole who won't put a mask on and like get COVID, or I'm just going to let like in and out as fast as they can, God willing. It's Disney, dude. You are not going to win that fight. Like, the degree to which, like, I was just talking to someone. I was at Disney once with some friends, and we got like we were at the other park where you can get beers. So we got some beers, and my buddy like just went to pass his beer off to his girlfriend, and she tried to sip, and immediately security was there. Like, "Ma'am, can I see some ID?" Mm. Like, they are, and like she was of age and everything. They don't kid around. Yeah. You constantly have eyes on you, and it's their property. It's Disney property. They are not going to mess with you. They're not going to play your game,
But did you also hear what he said in the video about like when the cop was like, "This is private property. They can't kick you." No, I paid $15,000. You know how much money I paid here? You cannot kick me out when I paid $15,000. Walt Disney.
Like there's a line of people behind you
Yeah,
ready to pay 16. So like
exactly.
this is Disney World.
Dude, Walt Disney made what, $2 billion off of The Force Awakens. They're not worried about your 15 G's, sir.
Also, how were you spending maybe 1,500?
He said he brought his whole family and something like that. It was him, his wife, and his family was with him.
I'm just gonna say
flew
it,
people in or something.
Oh,
like
also
that.
this guy, I forwarded you those articles this morning.
Yeah.
That guy is also just a terrible trash.
You want to talk about that a little bit? There was a lot more going on with this dude.
So basically, some information has come up about this guy, Kelly Sills, that he, on top of, what a stupid hill to die on, first of all. Like, you knew a temperature check was part of the deal, my dude.
Right.
But it then came out that he both potentially was misspending. He like fired a bunch of employees, and it came out that he had gotten like way more like, was that like PPE loans in the pandemic than he was disclosing, and had an employee recently have an accident, and the employee found out subsequently that Sills had not been paying into his employees' health insurance.
Right, the medical insurance. Yeah. So one of his employees got into a really bad motorcycle accident, and he's now an amputee. And just was like they just found out right there after surgery, you don't have any medical insurance. Like, what the heck are you talking about? I pay, for my insurance through my employer. And lo and behold, his employer is this ass clown who hasn't been paying anything. That's crazy. So all this. So not only do you not, of course, because of the pandemic, you furlough and you have to lay off all these employees. And then after you do that, you still game the system to get all of this, grant money from the government. And
that's where the PPE loan went. He's $50,000 that he somehow spent to go to Disney World.
But you got money to go to Disney World, but you didn't pay the money for your employees' medical bills.
I feel like it reminds me of the like they got Al Capone on tax evasion stuff of like this guy pulled all this stuff, and then it's like, no, he's in jail now and like very easy to find. But the dude because he decided he didn't want a temperature check at Disney World.
He did it to himself. It's like you bring now all this negative attention you just brought onto yourself from this Disney situation is now going to pile on. I mean, I'm sure that people were trying to get some momentum on the other things that he was doing, but this Disney thing now brought the world's views onto you. So now it's. I don't know what's going to happen in those courtrooms, but I'm sure it's not
so weird to me too, because it didn't even strike me, and not that like those people aren't also just like raging assholes, but it didn't even strike me as one of those like, because sometimes you get people doing the non-mask thing or the whatever, and it's like so clearly like, okay, you wanted this attention, and like this dude, I got more of the feeling of like, you thought you'd get away with this, and I truly don't understand how.
He was pulling that "do you know who my dad is" BS, but he's the dad. That's the vibe that he was getting. It wasn't like he was trying to go
my
viral.
Dad is $15,000 is going to be very mad about that.
It's like, oh no, Disney is definitely going to keep that money.
I will say a shout out to my actual favorite anti-mask asshole in all of this. They're all terrible, but there's a video somewhere of some dude getting like escorted out of Disneyland. This was like a year ago almost at this point, getting like escorted out because he wouldn't wear a mask, and he just like wildly misquotes A Bug's Life. Like he just sits up there like escorting him out, and he's like, no, come on guys, like in Bug's Life, what Hopper says, when one guy stands up, one ant stands up.
He tried to motivate the ants, but didn't realize he was the grasshopper, huh?
Pretty sure Hopper's the bad guy. Second of all, don't quote a Kevin Spacey character and expect to be on the right side of history. Third of all, that's not the quote. my dude. I know none of us have seen a Bug's Life in a decade.
Did nobody have a giant acorn to give him to throw at his friend to do that right? No, I don't know. I got to check that out. I'm gonna look that up. But guys, let us.
I think I sent you that clip. Highly recommend.
I gotta watch it.
Comedy.
But guys, let us know what you guys think about this whole situation with Disney. By the way, just like we learned in real estate school, you do not, just because you paid your money to get into this private property, which that's what Disney World is. That's like if you go to a movie, you're technically just like leasing that seat. The landlord can kick you out if you are causing a disturbance. If you can be
come into my apartment and poop on my floor, I'm going to ask you to leave.
I paid $15,000 to poop on this
I don't care if you brought a case of Bud Lights. Like, get out.
It does, exactly. And so, guys, let us know what you guys think. I'm sure we could talk about this until the sun comes up, but
people pooping on our floors.
Yeah, about the yes, because I got some stories. But put it in the box below. Let us know what you guys think about this, and maybe we'll talk about it some more. Pooping on floors, Bug's Lifestyle. I think that was how that movie ended. Didn't
Welcome to Talking Through the Pooping on Floors.
Talking through the poop. But that's the show, guys. Thank you for indulging us once again. Another week of talking through the poops, and as we talk about these three trending topics of the week. Oh my goodness, that's too much. You really brought in the bugs. Now I feel like watching that movie again. I don't know why now. Why do I feel like watching a Bug's Life?
Let's go live tweet a Bug's Life to each other.
Yeah, let's make that trend. Wait, that was Kevin Spacey? No, I can't watch that. Thank you guys for
watching.
watching.
Not on the ride. I recently found out.
On the ride.
You ride the Bug's Life ride. It's a different guy doing the voice. This is not interesting to anyone but me. Wrap up the show.
Thank you again. Don't forget, you hit the if you like this episode, hit the like button. That really does help us out. Support the channel. Maybe if you want to become a patron, guys, a little bit of an update. We do have a membership here through YouTube. There's a join button that will be disappearing. I am reactivating I'm focusing more only on the Patreon part of it again. So become a patron if you want to help out and support the channel. Join us on Patreon, sponsor us there, and I really do appreciate it, guys, if you want to become a contributor here. I'm your host, Chris Fake, one half of the hosts with the most. She's the host with the most. I'm just the assistant here. But if you want to reach out to me, you want to talk to me, you can always at me at Chris Fagan 1980 on Twitter or on Instagram. I appreciate it, guys. And Amy, if they want to talk to you, where can they find you online?
Absolutely. I'm on Instagram at amy.n.newman, on Twitter at amy_n_Newman. Again, links to your biggest fan should be pinned on either of those social media pages. And come say hi.
I appreciate it, guys. And remember, guys, Talking Through the Medias was brought to you in front of a live studio audience, hidden in the Space Jam 2 trailer. Till next time, guys, go check us out on Patreon. Look for us on the After Dark section. We're going to keep this party going. But till next time, peace.
If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to the channel and please drop a like on this video. It really does help us. Also, don't forget you can turn on notifications so you don't miss a single review, react, why is that trending, or we got your mail.